Tonight, it's another chapter in one of the great rivalries in Hawaii prep football history. They've produced legendary games and legends of the game. And now tonight, one more chance to get to the final. It's Kahuku and Punahou in the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open semifinals. You can feel it coming in the air tonight. Lights on, Central Oahu center stage. It's a beautiful 71-degree Friday night here at John Kauinana Stadium. This is the 2023 First Hawaiian Bank Division I Open semifinals. It's the nightcap. It's a rematch of last year's state championship game. Kahuku set to take on number 2, Punahou. Number 1, Mililani awaits by virtue of a dominant and convincing victory over Campbell 44-7. The Trojans are in the final for the first time in 5 years. But will history be made tonight? Will we have our first ever all-Hawaii state championship game? Punahou has something to say about that. Great to have you with us upstairs, my guys. Darren Hernandez, Jimmy Bender's coming up in just a second. What a road for each of these two programs to get to where they are right now. Heartbreaking losses over the course of the year. Last year they met in the final. Here they are in the Final Four.
That's amazing that this two teams, two dominant programs, are meeting in the semifinals. That is a testament of how good and how tough this open division is, and I'm looking for an exciting game.
And leaders are going to have to step up here tonight in order for each of these two teams to find success. Can they get a pass rush on Ty McCutcheon, or can the DBs cover them and those hot receivers here for the Buff and Blue? And one of the best DBs in the state is Mana Carvalho with 6 interceptions this season.
This guy is magic with the ball in his hands and even without the ball in his hands. A great defender. The guy is a magical football player. He's healthy. He's ready to go. Look for him to make an impact on offense, defense, and special teams. That's how special this guy is. For John Keawe Sangapolutele, he was a 4-year quarterback for Punahou. Now he's gone to graduate, now at the University of Hawaii, and now this is Ty McCutcheon's moment, Coach, to really put a stamp on what has been a stellar senior season so far. Yeah, for Ty McCutcheon, this is an opportunity to right the ship. Last season, Punahou losing to Kahuku in the final, a chance now to not only get revenge on Kahuku, but to actually go to the final against Mililani. So this is a big game for the Buff and Blue.
Electricity in the air and on the field here tonight as Jimmy Bender talked to both coaches. Here he is with the new Sydney Nissan Field Report. Jimmy.
Yeah, and two teams, by the way, that haven't played a head-to-head match this year, so all they got is film. And that's what I talked to both coaches about, what they've seen on the other teams so far on film this year that they need to counter. On the Kahuku side, Sterling Carvalho saying the main thing that he knows about Punahou is they can make big plays on all 3 phases of the game. So they're going to need to stop that. As far as Punahou goes, Nate Kia saying the main thing he sees in Kahuku, and he saw Mililani do this, stop that run. You do that, and you effectively eliminate their offense from the game. Guys, back to you.
Punahou's been waiting for this moment for more than a year. Kahuku trying to get one back in the win column after losing the OIA final. What's at stake? A date with Mililani next Friday night in Manoa. Kahuku, Punahou in the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open semifinals. Coaches with a whole lot of respect for each other, still in fairly young tenures with their teams, but their programs have a rich history here in the tournament where they've met 4 times in the final. They meet in the semifinals for the first time since 2014 in a 13-10 victory for Punahou. That was the same year that Mililani won their first Division I championship over the Buff and Blue in the final at Aloha Stadium.
Big Red versus Buff and Blue. Let's go.
The these teams have been chomping at the bit waiting for each other. They thought that they would meet in the final, but the paths have taken them a different route. Mililani getting to the final after knocking off Campbell. Kahuku won the toss, elected to the first. So Zayden Maratirangi, one of about 4 kickers on this team. Got a good heavy leg for a defensive lineman and a linebacker. Will go to Aston Hange and Kyler Matsui back deep to receive. In the distance, they can see Manoa in the Clarence T.C. Ching Athletics Complex. Mililani awaits them. The last of the semifinals in the open. And off we go from Mililani. From the 10, Kyler Matsui. Matsui, speedster around the corner. Got just shy of the 35. Malaki Soliai Tui chased them out. Here comes the Utah Tech commit, Ty McCutcheon, who leads off the Zippies starting lineups. He said that he felt like a bond and a connection with not only Utah Tech, but with this team over the last 2 seasons. And what a marvelous year he's had. The guy who's thrown for 3,267 yards in his career. The Caleb Rhinelander, one of the strongest offensive linemen you're going to find. 2470 through the air, top 5 in the Division I Open this season. Driving into the 33 and a toss back to Sepulveda. Or making Williams. And Williams gets chopped down there as Wolf able to get the tackle. So Alai Williams, who remember ran for a state record, a single game state record the last time he was in the semifinals. He'll go against this defense with Pasi Williams, Roberts, Moana, and Atuaya. Tenahiti Wolf is excellent as well, who's wearing the opposite colored jersey last season.
Yeah, that's wild.
Mana Carvalho in that mix as well. No gain, 2nd and 10. McCutcheon, first throw of the night, is right in a tight window to Zion White. The phenomenal freshman gets about 9.5 as Mana Carvalho able to tag him.
And Zion White needs to come up big tonight here. I mean, if they're going to have, they already have Hange and Makapulai, but if Zion White, the tall, talented freshman, can make an impact tonight, that is going to be huge for the Buff and Blue.
White, who has offers from Utah and San Diego State already, gets the first down officially here for the Buff and Blue. A penalty flag down. Cal Evans is our referee today.
False start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Moheni Matavale. Nate Kia saying, hey, you know, just trying to keep our kids occupied and keep them locked in and focused. He knows it's been a long season. They've stayed relatively healthy the second half of the year. Tayson TET had a leg injury at the start of the season. Pretty much missed this entire year, so his offensive line's been patched together and have been an anchor, which includes Tui Muti, who's back after an injury. McCutcheon throws this one to White. It's incomplete. Batted away by Manulele Ayu from behind.
And that is going to be a huge matchup tonight. That Punahou offensive line, as you said, patched together against this formidable D line. That ball thrown early and behind Zion White.
It's at 2nd down and 15. Here's McCutcheon. McCutcheon dumped it off Williams, and it is incomplete. Man, that was close for Fale Atuaya. 22 on the White, nearly got the takeaway for Kahuku. It hits the turf.
You know, one of the keys tonight is going to be Alai Williams. Not only as a runner, but as a guy out of the backfield. That time, Atuaya almost made a big play on the ball.
Remember, Williams missed a few games because of an illness. Got healthier, got into the weight room, put on some good muscle. This is 3rd and 15. 5 in the pattern. Delay on the rush. McCutcheon slides out. He takes off and just kind of folds in front of Funahou Moana to avoid any kind of major contact. And Punahou's got a punt on their opening drive.
You know, for the Buff and Blue, they have to establish a run game. Ala'i Williams, the 200-pounder, they have to use him. He's got to be a focal point of the offense to take pressure off of the pass rush here, because Kahuku is going to smell blood in the water, and they're just going to keep coming after McCutcheon.
On TV, Matt Gillespie, the punter, has been averaging around 45 a punt. Towards Mana Carvalho from the 24. Good special teams coverage from the Buff and Blue. Right at the 30-yard line, Dylan Kellner, tremendous basketball athlete, was not crossed over. And so here comes Kahuku's offense for the first time here tonight. Brought to you by Zippy's. An offensive line, the unsung heroes of this program. Diesel Kamoku is coming off a 141-yard career-high performance receiving against Mililani in the OI final. Cash Ka'io, third game back, 2 touchdowns already. He was a factor in that OI final, but Malai Fonoti, the senior's got some offers coming his way and more. Montana and Army. Tangavailoa Mosa got it out quick to Diesel Kamoku, his old pylon teammate. Past the 40. To the 41-yard line, Blaine Shiraki comes in to make his first tackle tonight. It's a gain of 11. Here's the defense. Kikai Burnett, second in the state in sacks. He's got 11. Danner Lim at 205. Give him some credit. Give him some love. 22. He's got 6 sacks this season, including 1 in 4 consecutive games. That front line, that front 7 really, they apply good pressure and plug the run. Could be a long night here for Kahuku. They bunched the line tight on the right side. And here's Fonoti. Stopped there by Blaine Shiraki. The fact that Blaine Shiraki has no offers yet is an absolute travesty with the amount of work that he's done. We saw him get 4 sacks in the season opener against Mililani.
5'11", 215. This kid is a stud between the tackles, especially. He comes in, form tackles. I mean, Fonoti is not an easy takedown, and Shiraki is rugged.
Shiraki, a third-generation Punahou football player, third in the open in sacks this season. Ka'io moves to the tight end spot on the right. Carvalho follows suit. Flag down, got a ton of movement. We had 1 false start on Punahou. And because it's the state tournament, we have referees that encompass all the member leagues of the HHSAA.
Disconcerting act. Defense number 0. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So it's a disconcerting act, so it's actions or language that is used to try and draw the offensive team to snap the ball. So if you say hut or if you motion a certain way. And so what Shiraki is doing, number 0 right there, left side of your screen.
Mimicking the cadence. You know, it's so funny, again, that disconcerting act. It just sounds off for football. It sounds like a rule for like a debate team.
Sounds like a British duel.
Yeah. Disconcerting act.
Tangavailoa Mosa smothered by Kikai Burnett.
Kikai Burnett, number 9, 6'3", 245 pounds. One of the best defensive linemen in the state of Hawaii on any island in any league.
Got Nana Cooley in the house here in Mililani. From the valley to the All-America city. Burnett goes right after him. Third down. And officials' time taken as Burnett's knees weren't covered.
Number 9 is out for 1 down due to equipment.
And Burnett's not too happy, and Nate Kia is trying to calm him down. And so Paki Kaufusi, number 19 in the buff and the blue, covers for him. 3rd and 7 for Kahuku. Design run, Tagovailoa Mosa through the middle, and it's a tackle for Alika Kavakomoy. The University of Hawaii commit, able to stop him.
And Tuli Tagovailoa Amosa, they need to run him, pick the spots. He has been very dangerous. He knows how to run the football. I mean, this guy could be a running back, a slot back, a quarterback, a safety. He can be a whole lot of things. And they just have to manage him properly, make sure that he is part of the middle of that offense, and everything revolves around him like a point guard.
Tagovailoa Mosa trying to get away from Burnett, and he slides down. Oh, man, Burnett. That's like getting chased in the jungle by a lion. He got the whole mane going out of the back of the helmet, too.
Again, getting back to Tagovailoa Amosa, have him be the guy, the point guard that can get the ball out to the playmakers, use him in the run game. I mean, if you can utilize all of his strengths, then, man, that could really bring a huge boost to this offense.
And Mana Carvalho going to try and use his speed on the take. He runs into a bevy of blue jerseys, which includes Faifua Ioane. Tries to inch forward. It was a humbling loss. And that's kind of been the word used by a lot of the players and the coaches in that OIA championship. But you feel now here at this point, now that they got that loss out of their system, they can play a little bit more loose and maybe feel not as much pressure?
Yeah, I think being undefeated, in Hawaii, and being this team that, took down the #1 team in St. John Bosco, just a lot of pressure on these kids. But that loss, it was a cold, hard slap in the face. But, they got nothing to lose now. They can freewheel it.
Flying one to Carvalho. Got it. Hung on to there by Jonah Na'a, the freshman DB. And so Carvalho, who does everything for this team, kick returns, catching the football, catch 27 of the season, the first one tonight.
Yeah, this guy is amazing. It's like there's twins or a clone of him because he's everywhere.
That's his brother Kai Carvalho. He's recovering from a foot injury. He's off on his mission trip in Japan. And Mana Carvalho already has a ton of offers, which includes Washington State, Utah, Cal, Hawaii, Arizona, Utah Tech, and more. Fake it to Fonoti. Kamoku one-on-one. Got to the outside, and Kellner. And Utu trying to get after him.
That looked close to a possible face mask or horse collar, but it was clean. And great job, Mana Carvalho, blocking on the outside here. Ooh, that was close to a horse collar.
Dante Utu.
It was just a good old-fashioned clothesline.
Kamoku 10th in the division in receiving yards. Already getting active early. A couple of catches. He's a receiver at the bottom of your screen against Kellner. It's a give to Fonoti. Okia makes the tackle. Malai Fonoti, 32 rushing yards, coming off his second lowest performance of his career. He's going to be ruled short of the first down. They'll bring up third down. The heavy package coming out with Fonoti. Look at Chauncey Alo as a blocking back in that group. They only need a yard. And a penalty flag down, and it's against Punahou.
Looks like they lined up in the neutral zone here.
Encroachment, defense number 79. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
First and goal Fonoti to the right. Fonoti's in for a Kahuku touchdown.
Excellent blocking at the point of attack. Number 50, Izel Panama and company, burying people and clearing a beautiful lane for Fonoti.
Gotta feel good here if you're Fonoti. Into the end zone. Manoa Kahalepuna, 44-45 this year. Perfect. Just slowly march down the field here for Kahuku on a 10-play drive. Mala'i Fonoti into the end zone for the 13th time in 2023. Breaks the scoring seal for Big Red. Mala'i Fonoti, the beneficiary of some great lead blocking out in front for him. In the weight room, working hard every single day and just emerging as a leader, and a pretty good start here for Kahuku on their opening drive. Took nearly half the quarter clock off. And the ball fell off the tee. So with the way that Kahuku started against Mililani last week in the OI final, it's got to be a good feeling for them.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it right now, Tango Vailoa Amosa 3 for 3 for 32 yards passing. They have a touchdown on the ground. They were able to run the ball effectively from their heavy package. Things are going swimmingly for Kahuku early on.
Matsui in trouble. Found the side door. Matsui worked it up the sideline. And a big hit near the restricted area. Flag comes out. Agent Hart Ellis in the mix. Matsui had to wait for this one to drop in his hands.
You know, the coverage teams for Kahuku always stellar. That time a hit by Mariterangi.
It looked like a hold by Agent Hart Ellis on Aiden Manutai.
Could be offsetting. He had a hit in the white area and the hold. But what's surprising is early on, Punahou having great success in the return game so far.
For sure.
During the return, holding offense number 11. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the end of the run. After the play, personal foul, illegal contact, out of bounds. Defense number 20, 15 yards from the end of the first penalty. First down, Punahou.
One of the great calls from the officials there. It was pretty clear when we saw it in the first replay. You're going to see the hold by Agent Hart Ellis right there, restricting Aiden Manutai from trying to get through. And at the top of your frame, Zayden Manaterangi flies in the white area, just got there and blasted him. So that's where the second flag comes out. And because it's a live ball and a dead ball foul, they'll assess the holding penalty first and then move the 15 on the late hit. And that's
great camera work by our guys. They caught two naughties on one play.
Puts the ball at the 36. McCutcheon's looking at 3 different coaches that are sending him 3 different signals, but only one of them is the actual play call in.
That's pretty confusing.
McCutcheon goes to Zion White, and he gets smothered there by Faleau Tawaya. Zion White has lived up to the expectations when they pulled him up to varsity. They just wanted him to compete, and boy did he ever. Earned a starting job into the rotation and has thrived ever since.
Yeah, he's that X factor with the great slot receivers, Makapulai and Hange. To have a guy like White on the edge can really open up this offense. I still think they need to run the ball and try to get Williams involved here.
Williams is the back. Fake it to him. McCutcheon tries to go to White, who got it over the middle of the field. Zion White, the front Richmond's flying. Zion White is in for a touchdown. Oh yeah! One referee signal touchdown. Did the ball cross out of bounds first?
Zion White, talk about a circuitous route to the end zone here.
Wait, let's see if this ball comes out here. Oh, Aiden Monotai forced it out. And does he recover it here? It's still loose and it goes off the pylon. The ruling in the field is...
This could be a touchback.
Yes. Well, first they need to indicate what the ruling on the field is.
Well, he did not have possession to cross the goal line, so no touchdown.
Yeah, and because it's not ruled a touchdown, it's not automatically reviewed, and so...
And the ball did not go out of bounds. It hit the pylon inbounds.
Runner was ruled down on the 1 yard line. First down and goal, Punahou.
It was ruled down at the 1 yard line. I believe this could be... Let's see here one more time. Here's White. That's a great play from Aiden Monotai, by the way.
Yeah, if I'm Kahuku, I'm challenging this because that's a clear fumble. The ball out before the knee even touches.
And the flag is thrown by Carvalho, and that's a heck of a throw.
Can we see the replay on that throw?
They just showed the play on the big screen, and again, he was ruled down at the 1. Remember, the only 2 challenges that have ever been won in the history of replay in the HHSA tournament were won by Sterling Carvalho. Here it is one more time. Plays under review.
Ball is clearly out.
Previous play is under review.
That is a touchback. The ruling should be a touchback. It's a fumble into the end zone before you cross the plane.
Yeah, this ball squeezing out. Now they got to figure out where the ball lands, right? So it's in the end zone, and it goes off the pylon. And this is going to be one of those weird, funky plays, right? So inbounds, knocks over the pylon.
I think the correct call is a touchback.
Yeah. Well, really should be a touchback because if that ball goes to the left and out of bounds, it would still be Punahou ball.
After further review, the runner lost possession of the ball at the 1 yard line. The ball rolled into the end zone, touched the pylon, resulting in a touchback. It is now Kahuku ball at the 20 yard line, first down.
And remember, the fans are watching this on the replay that's being shown within the stadium on the video board. They saw what you're watching right now. And Sterling Carvalho threw a flag that could have been thrown right back to Kahuku from here. It was so far from the sideline. And now Sterling Carvalho has won all 3 challenges where he's thrown the flag on a review that took 2 minutes and 12 seconds.
But the biggest thing about that whole play is the hustle of Aiden Monotai not quitting on the play, going all out, all the way, and creating that touchback. What a play by Aiden Monotai.
And just like that, Kahuku takes over at the 20. In the belly of Malay Fonoti. Shiraki wraps him up. Gain of a dozen. And you talk about hustle and effort and toughness. Man, Aiden Monotai aiding in the efforts of Kahuku tonight.
And I mean, he's only a junior. What a stud. But if Kahuku can get this run game going, this is going to be tough to stop now.
You see the numbers last week, second lowest of his season this year, averaging nearly 100 rush yards. Just look at all the beef right in the middle there, and Shiraki able to get another stop. What's key to stopping a run attack like Kahuku has here?
You know, Kahuku is going to be content to run between the tackles. You have a three-man front, so you're going to have to squeeze inside the A and B gaps, and your two inside backers, they got to be active. They can't get caught up in the wash. They got to take on blocks, and they got to make firm tackles in the box. I mean, those five guys, the three inside, the three D linemen and the two inside backers, they got to take care of everything in the box.
Punahou slips through. Gets a first down. Second level runner is Punahou. I've asked other people who've had to try Punahou to try and tackle him. He said this guy's just got big legs, so when he steps high, I mean, you think you get him, and then you just feel this force that shoots through your arms.
He got big arms too. But curiously, Punahou playing a 3-1 with only one inside backer. They have their two outside backers outside of the DN when they're aligned, so they only got four guys in the middle in the box.
And this will take us to the end of the quarter. Exciting first quarter as well. Zion White had 3 catches and 74 yards.
End of the first quarter.
One more yard from a game-tying touchdown, but the effort from Aiden Monotai to force the football out gives Kahuku their current possession. After one in Mililani, Kahuku 7-0. Don't forget, you know, the great news action on the go with the Spectrum News app. It's a party out there. Download the Spectrum News app, all the latest local sports, news, and weather that matter most to you. It's on the App Store or Google Play. We made the long trek out here to Mililani. Some got here as early as 1 o'clock and watch the first game of our doubleheader. Watch Mililani defeat Campbell. Trojans await the winner of this one after winning 44-7. Quarter begins with a Punahou run again, and Punahou does a good job to stuff it that time. Plug the gap in the middle. Ko'okia in the mix. Ko'okia, 15 Division I offers, just recently got one from Vanderbilt. And the list still growing for the junior. Shiraki in that mix as well. Shiraki already has 5 tackles here tonight. Battle of attrition when you face a team like Kahuku with their power, their speed, and their strength. Tagovailoa-Mosa 3 for 3 here tonight. Off a low snap. Watch out from behind. Agent Hart Ellis. The 4th sack of the season.
Agent Hart Ellis on a delayed blitz from the outside. Thule did not see him. He came from his blind side, and the tackle did not see him. That's a beautiful call, a delayed blitz.
Tremendous track athlete. He'll do the triple jump, the long jump. He'll do a lot of different things. He's a 4th generation Ellis playing football, and one of the legendary names, and he wears it proudly. Ellis. 3rd and 15. Punahou looking for another stop. The pressure comes from Kia, and he got him. He's got 6 sacks of the season.
Punahou unleashing the beast here. coming with a variety of blitzes. That time, Kia just does the arm over on Punahou T, beats him in the backfield, and they're bringing it right now.
Forces Carvalho to punt this one. 4th and 29. They haven't gone to Aston Hange. Oh, and this one's a high spiral, relatively short punt. Gets a bounce, though. He'll trickle out at around the 30-yard line. Heart-stopping stuff so far. For the first quarter and change. Punahou gets the ball when you come back. Oh my God! What is that sign? Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Which one? Utu Bang Bang or Felipe You're the Man?
Oh, both of them. Wow. Here's a run for Williams. It's Faleatuaia able to make the tackle. Aleti Williams rushed for an HHSA tournament record 237 yards in the semifinals against Mililani last year. He had 4 touchdowns, 29 carries. He said he's been waiting a long time for this opportunity. Because didn't get too much action in the final. It was last year's Division I Open Championship. Got a 2-yard nibble out of that. 33 is to Williams to the right again. Then Roberts helping in on the tackle for Kahuku just shy of the 40. Hiram Moore's the Washington State commit. Can't miss him. Big number 99.
You know, both of these teams, surprisingly, on each successive drive, they're trying to establish either the run or the pass. I mean, they have, you saw Punahou throwing the ball with Zion White with the big play. Now they're coming out running. We saw Kahuku run on their first series, came out passing on their second.
3rd down and 2. Punahou just 1 yard shy of in all likelihood tying the game. On the give, Williams. Can he get a couple yards? Yes, he can. He's got speed. Malaki Soliai Tui tackles him at the 39. Gain of 22. And there's the second first down of the game here for the Buff and Blue.
There he is, Alai Williams. Man, once this guy gets going, 200-pound back, 2 of the big backs here in the state of Hawaii, Punahou T and Williams. What a joy to watch these 2 guys.
Toss back, Williams. Williams sticks the head down. Williams, who has an offer from Utah Tech. In fact, him and Ty McCutcheon will be taking their official visits after the season's over. So Williams still weighing out his options, but they get a good, strong downhill runner that has been durable over the course of his career.
You know, I like what they're doing. They're leading with Sepa Lyman, who's also a dangerous runner and a great out-of-the-backfield change of pace back as well. If they can get this thing going and move the football on the ground against Kahuku, that is a huge accomplishment.
2nd down and 8. McCutcheon looking for Aston Hange. It's intercepted. The 7th one of the season for Mana Carvalho.
You know, if you're a Buff and Blue fan, you'd like to see McCutcheon throw this one away or out of bounds. He was under incredible pressure. And who else playing center field? Mana Carvalho. You hang the ball up late in the middle of the field, he is all over it.
First interception since week 4. He had 6 entering tonight. He has 7 now officially. And the leader in the division in picks, plucks that one out of the air.
He had a mind-blowing 5 in one game.
That was against St. Louis. That was week 2 of the season. He took one of them to the house. The interception there. I'll give you one more note on that in a second. It's Punahou with a big run. He gets yanked down there by Aiden Takuma. And a penalty flag down. This one back near the line. It feels like it's coming back, and they are marching back.
Holding, offense number 58. Half the distance to the goal. Repeat first down.
We're on the left side of your screen on the hold. Oh, that's just a full-on wrestle takedown out there by Jacob Punahou, 58. Took away a run, about a dozen. That was a clean tackle there, by the jersey. The interception, by the way, from McCutcheon, he went 109 pass attempts without an interception. Then he throws the pick on pass attempt number 110. Now this ball's out, and it's picked up by Kahuku for a turnaround touchdown. There's a flag down, though. Wow. A flag down from a downfield judge. This ball squeezed out, and Kahuku picked it up and scored. Did he cross the goal line? It's ruled a score, so it's automatically looked at upstairs. It came very close to the front part of the line.
Aiden Takuma with a caused fumble.
The flag was for a sideline warning. The hit came from Takuma. Let's see how close he gets to the line. It's gonna be tough from this angle. It's ruled a score. Knee down there.
But was he past the goal line?
The front part of the line, you're right.
I mean, he looks like his body is hovering over that line into the brown and yellow area.
Sideline warning.
This might be the best look, even though it's kind of from behind, right? So the knee not down yet.
Not down yet.
Not down yet, but as he elbow down there. But again, because it's sort of touchdown, you need indisputable evidence to prove otherwise that it's not a score. And by those replays, it looks like this might stand unless the officials see something that's razor thin. This one's gonna be real close. This might end up being short.
After review, the runner fumbled the ball. The ball is recovered and down at the half-yard line. Punahou has the ball.
They'll take off the touchdown, and Punahou will get it. First and goal inside the 1.
This has to be elephant package all the way.
Are we on a first down?
And here they come. Faifua Ioane into this huddle.
Every beefy D lineman and fullback and linebacker type should be ready to rock here.
Yeah, so Kahuku's body was turned. It wasn't stretched out over the line because he turned. When that elbow's down, wherever the ball is down, that's where they spot it. Muti in, Lyman in, Ioane in. Seppa Lyman will take the direct snap. He's got it, but first, a whistle. Timeout Kahuku. And the drama builds. 2 would-be touchdowns taken away. One because of a forced fumble, the other ended up short. Punahou driving for the tie. Quickly to the line they come. Seppa Lyman will take this with Shiraki and Ioane back there. Agent Hart Ellis in the back as well. Right now they're working on the clock because the clock says 12 minutes. And so that's what's causing this delay. We have it at 6:26, and now they set it to that time. Lyman gonna try and drive for the tie. Here he comes, Lyman. Just stacking up bodies. Fanoi Moana and Alo stop him there. 2nd and goal.
Yeah, there was no space there. You know, if you watch the NFL and you watch the Philadelphia Eagles with their brotherly shove play, you know, you'd think that at this point, other teams, including high school teams, would start to adopt it.
Need the Punahou push right now. Not taking it under center, going to take it here under the pistol. Lyman, can he get in? He dives for the tying touchdown. Secure possession over the goal line. Seppa Lyman, his 10th career rushing touchdown. This one coming in the state semifinals.
And that's got to feel good to dive over the pile. Every kid's dream.
Carson Beard. 7-7. Seppa Lyman jumping over Lyman to square it at 7. Seppa Lyman, the do everything kind of guy that started off as a Metro Tiger, playing quarterback back in his days. Worked out in Waimanalo in the offseason. For the last couple of years, anything that is asked of him, he takes it on. He has been a bright spot his 3 years of varsity ball. And just like that, it's 7-7. Punahou fans loving this all across the country, watching us on the Spectrum News app, including Shea Sakahara, a Punahou alum, watching in Santa Clara, hoping his buff and blue team can overpower and get to the final.
And what a game so far, Felipe. Both teams electric right now. The atmosphere is just, it's loud, it's boisterous. Fans are going wild.
Kahuku's got dangerous guys that can return it. Mana Carvalho and Manulele Ayu both combined for show-stopping kick returns against St. Louis. And they give him one more. From the 2, here comes Manulele Ayu. Manulele Ayu. Gotta beat Ellis, got around him, and ran into the kicker, Matt Gillespie. Looks like there's a flag at the 30-yard line.
Kick to number 2.
Holding during the return. Return team number 4, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Punahou.
It pushes this one back for Kahuku. The top right corner, number 4 right there. You see Diesel Komoku just goes up and kind of takes him down, whether intentionally or not. Flag came flying in.
And it's a spot foul that brings it all the way back.
Right to the 20. Komoku motions. Punahou carries it. Busts through for about 6. Agent Hart Ellis makes the tackle.
And as long as the Buff and Blue continue to align themselves with just one backer in the middle, then Kahuku sees fit to try to run that ball between the tackles here tonight.
See the numbers here for Punahou, who's already surpassed what he had in the OI final. 45 tonight, 32 2 weeks ago in the championship game. We'll need more of that over the course of these next 2.5 quarters. There's Shaden Kanoa. Kanoa pitched it back to Tagovailoa Mosa.
Wow. Now, I've seen quarterbacks pitch the ball on the option on the outside. I've never seen a running back pitch it back to the quarterback. Wow.
That goes as the 47th carry for Tagovailoa Mosa on the traditional set. Goodness.
He was like, here you go.
Just as they drew it up, huh? Got a first down out of it. Jordan Carvalho, this team, feel like they have all the pieces to create a three-peat. Already knocked off St. John Bosco earlier this season, number 3 team in the country. Tagovailoa Mosa directing, now got to take off. Chased by Kahuku Amoy and Ellis and Shiraki, and he goes out of bounds. They came like piranhas.
How about the wheels on Shiraki? I mean, he's 215 pounds, and he is built like a rock, Shiraki. And watch him move laterally.
He was hustling up that field.
And it was a clean play inbounds. He pushed it inbounds. 6 tackles and a sack already.
Luka's got a number of these second and long situations. Here in a low scoring open semifinal. Punahou went right over Jonah Naha.
That is what you call a truck stick.
That's what you call a man-child. Look at Malai Punahou.
Full-grown man.
Oh my goodness.
Lower his shoulder. He's like, oh yeah, you want to take me on in the open field? Here I come, bro. That's a bad customer to tackle right there. Big 35. He ain't playing.
Part of the legendary Punahou family who was in a 3 running back rotation last year. Earned the starting job this season. 3rd and 6. Fake the throw, running out of time. Ellis trying to get him up for grabs. It is caught by Kahuku. Oh my goodness. In traffic, he pulled it in. Gets a first down at the 46.
What a throw and catch under huge pressure with his both feet getting tackled. Thule lets this go. And the 6'3", 213-pound tight end, Cash Kail, cash money. What a catch.
This majority of the season become a leg injury, and now in his 3rd game back, made a big play. Punahou again. Shiraki gets a game-leading 7th tackle here as we approach 2 minutes to play.
Blaine Shiraki is just that guy. He's that guy.
He's him.
He just sets his jaw, bulls his neck, and just destroys the opposition. Look at all the stickers. That's for tackles for loss, sacks,
Look at the scrapes. That's an indicator of how hard he's worked this year. 4 on the rush. Here comes Kahuku. Diesel Kahuku gets the pile going. Gets out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Dylan Kellner pushed him out there to gain a 20.
And great blocking by Kahuku outside the numbers, giving Kahuku room to run. He breaks a tackle.
Largest completion tonight here for Tagovailoa Mosa in the offense. He's connected on his first 5 passes here tonight. 89 seconds to go. Kahuku and Punahou in the playoffs, man, life is good right now. What a show. Tagovailoa Mosa throws it up for grabs, and Carvalho got contacted by Dylan Kellner on the way there.
Kellner is like, what did I do? Come on. I mean, when you're a DB, you have to do that. You can't just say, yep, I did it.
They kind of hung the arm on the front part of the jersey.
Pass interference, defense number 21. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. Result is a first down.
Takes it to the 12. Kahuku, don't forget, gets the ball to start the 3rd period by virtue of winning the toss and deferring. And now here comes the elephant package again. Punahou already rushed for a score earlier tonight. Oh, and big movement everywhere. Abel Ho'opi'i, first guy up front in the trenches.
When you're 6'4", 340, and once you start moving forward, it's impossible to stop.
Number 60, 5-yard penalty, first down.
In a first half that's kind of flown by here. Punahou sticks the head down. Kahuku does have timeouts remaining. Kahuku Omoy makes that tackle. 2 in the pocket remaining here for Kahuku. And Nate Keel looking on. 3rd year as the varsity head coach for the Buff and Blue. Great defensive mind. Can they get a couple stops here inside of 50 seconds? Mana Carvalho's got speed. And he took a pop from Dante Utu right in the gap.
Great play by Dante Utu.
Google's not using their timeouts. They really want to milk every single second off and not give any possible chance for Punahou to get the ball back. They're already in field goal range. Here with 20 seconds and 2 timeouts, and Sterling Carvalho now calls time. Trying to get the go-ahead score before the half hits. The Big Red in the red zone right now. And now Punahou will take time as we come out of the timeout. Yo, bro, you gotta be here, bro. This game is lit, bro. You look at all the legendary names that have come through each of these 2 programs, right? I mean, if you write the book about the history of Hawaii high school football, for sure there'll be a chapter about St. Louis. There better be 1 or 2 chapters here about Kahuku and Punahou. There you go. Wow. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, bro, get what mean game here in Mililani. You and I, we talk a lot over the course of the year, the calendar, right? And every time April hits, it's always just like, hey, man, football season just around the corner as quickly as it comes. Right, it quickly whooshes away.
Yeah, you know, the thing about football is that, you know, it's like 6-7 months of your life. And then right when it ends, at least there's Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's. So there's holidays. So it ushers in the holidays, the end of the football season. So it's always nice.
Tagovailoa Mosa's back in here with 18 seconds to go and a timeout here for Kahuku. Goes to Carvalho, and he pulled it in. And he went out of bounds. He didn't make a signal whether it was out of bounds or in. They just killed the clock, and they're going to rule it incomplete.
The fade pattern.
He did land out of bounds, but the official just signaled to stop the clock. No clear signal of incompletion. This is a heck of an effort, though. Look at him go off the pylon.
I mean, they have a case here, unless they say he bobbled it, but the pylon is the touchdown.
No, yeah. No, but neither his toe or his knee was down in the end zone. And his knee was down on a pylon that's in the restricted area.
He looked like he kind of bobbled the ball anyway.
Yeah. All for naught there. 3rd and 4 for Kahuku. 14 seconds to go. Tagovailoa Mosa running for his life. Now throws it in traffic. Hits the ground. Dante Uchu got a paw there. Now a decision for Kahuku if they want to go for it on 4th down or take the points. Look at Uchu, 25. Oof.
Oh, that ball bounced around. I mean,
Kahuku will try a field goal here with Manoa Kahalepuna, who hit one from 20 against St. Louis earlier in the season. This is a 23-yard try to give Kahuku the lead.
Or is it a fake?
Mana Carvalho will hold it. Time taken. You like to call it taking the points?
Yeah, you got to take the points. And in a game this close, you got to take the points.
What do you make about what we've seen here so far, right? I mean, we saw tremendous defensive efforts. We've seen teams capitalize on turnovers.
Well, we've seen great defense tonight by both teams. I mean, Punahou with 3 sacks and 5 tackles for loss already and a forced fumble. You know, Williams averaging 6 yards a carry, Fonoti averaging 5 yards a carry. I'd like to see both teams continue to try to run the ball. I know I sound like a broken record, but both teams have shown the ability to run the ball.
Well, Carvalho, the usual holder, is right at the line. Now he backpedals for what will be a 23-yard try for the left hash for Manoa Kahalepuna. For 3 and the lead. Off the crossbar, and he double doinked, no good!
Are you kidding me? A double doink. Oh my goodness.
How in the world did this happen? Oh my goodness.
It danced on the crossbar. Wow.
A semifinal double doink. And
Holy
Kahuku
smokes.
comes up empty. Unbelievable. And now Punahou's got 4 seconds. They're waiting for Carlo Matsui to hop on.
Be careful here.
Yeah, Kahuku with a pretty full prevent defense, and McCutcheon would just take a knee and take him to the locker room.
Smart.
Squared up at 7. What a semifinal we've seen here in the nightcap. Ty McCutcheon, 3 of 6, 74 yards. Did throw an interception. The names, the faces, the legends that will be made tonight. The winner to Manoa next Friday for the state final. Well, Kahuku gets the scoring going with 3:31 to go in the first period. Malaifono T rushes into the end zone from 10 yards out. Just like that, Kahuku sets the tone, 7-0. Then it was kind of a battle between the 20s here, but an opening for the Buff and Blue. The forced fumble, the pickup here for Alika Kavaku-Amoy, ruled that he was down at the 1 after Aiden Takuma forced that football out. Then a couple of plays later, Sepa Lyman. He can fly. Got over the pile for the tying touchdown, 7-7. Kahuku had a chance to get the lead at the half with Kahale Puna from 23 out. Would have been a season-long field goal if he made it. And on the tee up and the approach, just got a little too underneath it. A playoff double doink that ends up short. And that's how we stay at 7-7 here in the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open semifinals. Here's the Jack in a Box halftime stats.
Oh, a couple of things that really stand out. Look at the time of possession. Kahuku 16:51, Punahou only 7:09. Both quarterbacks have turned the ball over. Both teams running the ball pretty effectively in terms of average. But how's this for a stat line? Punahou's defense, Blaine Shiraki, 7 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss. I mean, this guy is gone into savage mode tonight. He has been the leader of the Buff and Blue defense. Unbelievable.
How about that defensive line and that linebacking core against Punahou's or Kahuku's offensive line we've seen so far?
You know, they've done a good job. I mean, but Malaifono is averaging 5.1 yards per carry. I think Kahuku needs to stay with it. Alai Williams, who we saw early but not recently, averaging 6.4 yards per carry. I think both teams abandoning the run too soon. I think both teams need to go back to the drawing board and run the football in the second half.
It was nearly 10 years ago where Punahou knocked off Kahuku in the state semifinals. Can it happen here tonight, or can Kahuku get another one on the ILH champs and advance to an all-OIA state final? Here in Mililani, 7-7. Kind of a pitcher's duel here tonight in the state semifinals. We've seen some of the hardest hits from these defensive guys. That's a huge one there for Aiden Manutai.
Play of the game so far for Kahuku, Aiden Manutai.
Zion White nearly got a score in there. Zion White, 3 catches, 74 yards this evening, but then Aiden Manutai saving a would-be Punahou touchdown. Punahou's defense has been stellar, which includes Agent Hart Ellis, Kikai Burnett, and Blaine Shiraki.
And that's the play of the game for Punahou's defense right there. So both defenses stepping up, making big plays.
You think this pace is sustainable here for the next 2 quarters?
I think so, but I think somebody has to get into a rhythm offensively. Like it's fits and starts. Like they come out and they just run the ball. Then the next series they come out and they just throw the ball. Mix it up, get balance, work on some RPO stuff, and I think both teams can really show their stuff offensively in the second half.
How about Malaifono T, right? Coming off his second lowest rushing performance in the OIA final 2 weeks ago. Comes back here, biggest game of the season to this point, 11 carries, 56 yards, and the only touchdown here for Kahuku.
Yeah, he is on pace for a 100-yard night. And they're going to have to lean on him. Again, they are dominating the time of possession, but the turnovers and let's see, the double doink, they're just not being capitalized on that. 16:59 time of possession and only 7 points.
How about the amount of coverage on the field here for Blaine Shiraki, who's been flying all over the place for the Buffalo?
You know, they're making it work. He's playing in the middle in a 3-1 basically defense. that amazingly, this guy is just, again, savage. He's a savage.
So the Sons of Oahu trying to knock off Big Red at this point. It's 7-7 at the break with 2 quarters to go, and a spot in the state final next Friday night against Mililani on the line. Craziness so far through the first 24. Can't wait for the next one.
Oh, we're tied here at the half between Kahuku and Punahou. Division I Open State Semifinal, and both coaches talked to him at the half, and both agreeing this is kind of how they thought it would play out. Maybe not the mistakes that turned into points, but they expected it to be a close game. And both of them saying, Nate Kia, Sterling Carvalho, they say that in order to get the win at the end of this next half, they are going to have to execute. It really is going to be the team that makes the fewest mistakes that comes out on top and heads to that championship game next week. Second half is on the way. It's the State D1 Open Semifinals. Punahou, Kahuku right here on OC 16.
All right, next Friday, exclusively on Spectrum Pay-Per-View, we got you covered with the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open State Championship. All right, in order beginning November 19th with your digital remote, go to channel 1255 or 255. The cost is $49.99, and that includes the live broadcast itself and the repeat immediately thereafter. Of course, we'll have Game Day Hawaii delivered by Pizza Hut to get you going there. All the proceeds will go to benefit the Hawaii High School Athletic Association. We've been doing this for the better part of a decade now. Always help to support high school sports. We hope you do as well. All the 95, 96 member schools are part of the HHSAA. And for all of you wondering, only the Division I Open Championship will be on pay-per-view. D1 and D2 next week, Saturday here in Mililani. That'll be on OC 16 and the Spectrum News app. Oh, it's a party. It's a party big time here between Punahou and Kahuku. And there's the legendary Kingsley Ayu. He's just Mr. Aloha. You know, if you ever been to Kahuku, you know who he is. If you've never been to Kahuku, the first person you would hope to meet is Kingsley Ayu. Great big hug. He'll make you feel like part of that community, like you've been there all your life. It's just that kind of aura around him. Of course, his son Manulele Ayu is a DB with this team, and there you see the big head in the back of Manulele Ayu.
Yeah, he's like the unofficial mayor of Kahuku.
Well, we always say that, you know, second halves where defensive coordinators kind of make their money. Ihoa Pule, the defensive coordinator for Kahuku, so, you know, it kind of opened up our eyes a lot when we played Mililani. The other kids have kind of settled down, so we focused on a lot of little things, but we had to flush it out of our system immediately because we had another big game going on. In the meantime, for Punahou, there have been people within the Punahou community that have said, you know, there's been a lot of talk about, you know, Mililani's going to be the state final, and everyone's looking forward to seeing Mililani Kahuku, the rematch. And they're thinking, rematch? Wait a minute, we're in the semifinals too here. They got to get through us. But they like playing that role at this point in the season. They're the ILH champions, the 2 seed in the tournament.
I mean, they're the only team that defeated Mililani this year, so
right.
They got a lot of bragging rights in their own right.
Yeah, so both teams wanting to play Mililani for different reasons. And Gillespie will kick it away to Mana Carvalho and Manulele Ayu. Get the third quarter started. Aiden Manutai from inside the 25. Oh, Aiden Manutai got some space. And he's brought down there by Bryce Tomas. Good return here from Manutai. He started off his varsity career here in Mililani, then spent the last couple of seasons over up north at Kahuku, who just continues to rack up the offers. Was a great baseball athlete growing up, then he found football as a way to get back into college and to continue his education, maybe his pro career. Kahuku's got great field positioning now on the plus side of the field at the 45. Tongavai Lomosa 5 for 6 here, now 6 for 7 to Kamoku. And he gets smashed there by Agent Hart Ellis.
And that has been their best money play in the passing game. The ball gets out quick. The offensive line doesn't have to worry about anything. Get the ball on the perimeter. Great blocking by the receivers to your playmakers.
40 seconds in already. Here's Punahou to run it. Oh, he took a shot there from Shiraki after he got his legs hung on to by Lika Kahuku.
I mean, the fact that Blaine Shiraki can tackle Punahou with just a shoulder shot is impressive. I mean, you do not see Punahou going backwards.
Shiraki, who broke 2 collarbones in his career, showed a ton of resilience and leadership. He said that whole linebacking corps probably going to be the best in the state, and he's been preaching it the last couple of years, and he's made a pretty strong case. As Punahou gets hung onto by Lika Kahuku. It's going to be fun to watch in Manoa. But Punahou able to extend the drive and get a first down.
Yeah, Kahuku Amoy really is a great player. I mean, he's a edge rusher. He plays, he sets the edge versus the run. Very physical at the point of attack.
So after the big return from Manutai, this ball ends up a few plays later at the 22. And it's Malai Punahou diving forward. Blaine Shiraki comes in to make the tackle.
Now, if I had one criticism here, I think that Shiraki is playing way too deep. He's at 6 yards deep. So by the time he comes downhill and meets Punahou, yes, he's making a lot of tackles, but there's a lot of space where Punahou is gaining yards, 4, 5, 6 yards a pop.
Second and 3, Punahou. Hit by Kahuku and Ko'okia. Good for a first down. Looking like the first drive that we saw from Kahuku to begin the night. Again, it's just, you're just trying to survive these red waves. They're just coming at you.
That time, big Jacob Punivai blocked Blaine Shiraki out of the picture. That's what they're going to have to do, put a big body on him at the second level.
Punahou in trouble. Down he goes. There's Faifua Ioane. They're happy to have him back. Missed a short amount of time towards the end of the ILH season. 285 pounds. He flies through.
Yeah, he is. He's a big grizzly in the middle.
Ended up front for more strength. He brings leadership in that group. Second and goal. Tangavailoa Mosa scrambling, firing, end zone, Kahuku, touchdown.
This is where Tuli is most dangerous, when he starts to scramble and things open up behind in the back of the end zone, and he sees his favorite target, Diesel Kahuku, and that's a sure-fire touchdown.
There's Zayden Mariterangi, who hit 1 extra point this year. It came against Campbell at home to begin October. Mariterangi, powerful leg, drills it. And Kahuku jumps back out in front. The escapability keeps the eyes downfield. He hooks up with Diesel Kahuku for the tutty, 9th of the season. Well, Diesel Kahuku has been having himself quite in OA postseason and a state postseason. He's coming off 3 games of 100 or more receiving yards. He has 61, so he's flirting with the century mark again. And he's been doing it all.
Yeah, he is a special player. Last season at Kapolei, he was the leading receiver. Also had a punt return for a touchdown, so he can do stuff in the return game as well.
And they get a return here from Kyler Matsui. They flip it back to Aston Hands. It's his first touch of the ball tonight, and he tumbles to the 30-yard line. So here comes Ty McCutcheon back onto the field, with the exception of the kneel down to end the first half. Ty McCutcheon hasn't thrown a pass in 9 minutes and 29 seconds of game time. It's been a long time since his offense has really been back on the field here, Coach, for the Buff and Blue.
And one of the things earlier, we looked at the first half stats. Punahou averaging 1 yard per rush on first down. They got to do better than that if they expect to get into the game.
McCutcheon 3 of 6 for 74 yards. Trying to establish the run again. Tackled there. Williams gets in a pile with Ben Roberts in that mix. Williams 6 carries, 34 yards here tonight.
There's that first down. Not a lot on first down.
You see at the bottom of your screen, just above the quarter, you see 3 coaches giving 3 different signs in there. And one of them's the actual sign. McCutcheon slides out. McCutcheon gonna launch. Downfield, it's incomplete to Carvalho. Lyman was there. Zion White was there. Carvalho was there. But nobody grabbed it.
Oh, that was a risky throw into a sea of white and red. Beautiful ball, but Zion White looked like he fell down.
Carvalho, who already has 1 tonight, would have had his 8th interception of the season. You see the 3 coaches out in front, looking at the quarterback, Ty McCutcheon. Got the play in on 3rd down coming up.
Maybe they think Jim Harbaugh is around.
There's Hansch. Hansch finally brought down there. Hung on to by Terahiti Wolf, his former Buff and Blue teammate. Maybe short of the line to gain as Manulele Ayu helped finish off the tackle, and now Matt Gillespie will punt it away. First punt for Matt Gillespie went 33 yards. So they got a pretty decent amount of hang time. In fact, all these kickers, which includes Kahuku, got pulled up from the Punahou 2 program. Going to go to a lot of Cole kicking camps, Crusader camps. This one picked up by Manulele Ayu. It was nearly blocked by Matt Insoliai. And just shy of the 45. Stash Watanabe in to help make the tackle.
And if you're Nate Kia, you can't be happy about this turn of events here. The series, 3 and out, just did not go their way. And now the defense back out on the field with a short field, with great field position here for Kahuku. And Kahuku getting into the groove. They're going to have to really get a quick stop here to get back in the game.
Pre-snap shifting from the defense. Try and find those gaps. The pressure's coming. Here's Komoku to make the catch. And Komoku, man, they have no answer for him here tonight. You get him in space, and he's tough to take down. A pickup of 16 first down yards.
I like what they're doing, using motion in a variety of ways to get him out in the open. You can't jam him at the line of scrimmage if he's in motion when the ball snaps. You create space, and he can use his speed and moves to make some plays.
from the 40. Gonna go to the air, here to Carvalho. Downfield blocking, Carvalho hits the accelerator, and he dives for the line. In for a Kahuku touchdown.
And touchdown.
Mana Carvalho, only a junior. Watch him motor through this. You know, earlier we saw, we see players that, they doubt their ability. Maybe they cut back against the grain. They try to fake people out. Not Mana Carvalho. He's going to lower his head and just drive through the tackle.
Landing on top of a body on his way to the goal line. All scores are automatically reviewed upstairs.
The blocking, the Kahuku slot backs. A lot of them are two-way players. They're defensive guys. So they are aggressive with their blocking on the perimeter. Great to see.
Mariterangi. Puts it through. He just had one catch in the OIA final. He's got 2 catches tonight. This one the most impactful. Mana Carvalho from 40 yards, dashing it in to put Kahuku up 2 scores. Just like that. Touchdown there for Mana Carvalho. He's starting Carvalho, always getting those fresh floral lays out there.
That's a fat lay.
That's a huge one. Like the things that you give for horses in the Kentucky Derby when they win, right?
Or like the Pa'u riders.
Yes. What a job he's done with his program in the last half dozen years. And now Punahou. I'm going to try and get a big return during the timeout and the change of possession. There's an illegal contact called on Kahuku, which is a 15-yard foul, which is assessed on this kick, which is why it's teed up at the 25. They have kicked away from Aston Hands. The ball has fallen off the tee. A very cool night here in Mililani, 71 degrees. It's a sweater weather.
I like a cardigan.
Yeah. We should wear sweaters tomorrow. Let's
Sweater vests.
Yes. We just got it approved. Aston Hange has to chase this one, and it dies down at the 30. He buys time to pick it up. Just enough to maybe get a dozen yards out of it. Back to the 42. The Punahou trying to establish a run. Kahuku's did a good job of stopping that run. Punahou only has 35 rushing yards here tonight, 114 total. At some point you can't get too far behind here for Kahuku, so you might have to air the ball a little bit more, maybe take your shots at some point.
Aston Hands, 1 catch, 5 yards. Noah Makapulai, no catches.
Not even a target here tonight for Makapulai either. Winochai will get Kahuku off guard. McCutcheon threads one to Watanabe. It's incomplete. Fighting there was Tedahiti Wolf and Madden Soliai. Watanabe, after this season, along with Makapulai, will join Darren Matsuda in the basketball team. We'll try and make a run at an ILH and a state crown. A very good basketball race, too, in the ILH this season. Second down. And a marker down.
False start. Offense number 77. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Kansas Kealoha. You know, 7-2 this year. Their 2 losses came against Campbell in Eva Beach. And a Centennial, a high-scoring affair. Lost that one by a touchdown, 50-73. It's a great learning experience for this team to build bond and even more chemistry on the road together. They said it was going to be important if they were to go far this season. Well, here they are. McCutcheon whips one to White. It's incomplete. Manulele Ayu is guarding him. It's a big task for a freshman to go up against a very experienced defense. White has kind of held his own here tonight. 3 catches. Not that one, though.
And 74 yards, but again, still no targets to Makapulai and just one to Hange. I mean, these are the 2 guys that got you here. These are the seniors, the leading receivers, the playmakers, and they're not getting a shot at getting the ball at all.
3rd down and 15. They're going to try and play the sticks. McCutcheon winding up, firing. Eston Henge got a first down at the 33. Gain of 30.
There you go. Aston Henge. What a receiver this guy is.
Clutch catch. Officially a gain of 29 at the 34-yard line. The Air Force commit to the top 3 in receiving yards in the division this season. You said dreams of becoming a pilot. Well, you get a chance to do that at Air Force. And the Air Force team with a couple of losses, including just recently losing to Hawaii last weekend. McCutcheon's running out of space. And he's pulled down there by Sione Pasi. Sione Pasi, so underrated in this group as well. At 6'1" and 250. This guy is tough and rugged, and when he gets a hand on you, he ain't letting go.
You know, there's just such an array of studs on this D-line, guys that can make plays.
Pasi always keeps those feet moving to give himself opportunities.
There was about 2 or 3 holdings on that play by Punahou that wasn't called.
McCutcheon on 2nd down. Got it off to Seppa Lyman. And Lyman gets tripped up there by Faleatuaia.
You know, Faleatuaia, watching him play over the years, one of the best low tacklers. What I mean by that is he zeroes in on the legs, wraps you up, ties you up. I mean, that's a skill to be learned as a tackler.
Lyman, who got the only touchdown for Punahou here tonight. Third down coming up. Hange, Watanabe, White, the 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Play clock inside of 5. McCutcheon throws to the freshman Zion White. Right to Tenehiti Wolf. He muscles his way for the first down. On the 4th catch here for this 9th grader. He's showing a whole lot of toughness here in the state tournament.
This is a great drive so far by Punahou. O-line is holding up, giving McCutcheon time, and he's finding his guys.
They work with rhythm and tempo. McCutcheon, all kind of space, and he slides down. Faleatuaia stares him down to the ground at around the 12.
McCutcheon is tall, but when he runs, he looks even taller. You know, he runs with such an upright style.
5 receivers, no backs. They bring the house, and they pay it off. Faleatuaia. 4 sacks a year ago, and 1 tonight.
Man, what a well-timed blitz. Faleatuaia, untouched, unblocked.
Pretty simple. We're going to bring more guys, and you can block. And Nihoa Pule sensed it, sent the house.
That was a busted assignment. Right guard went with went outside instead of checked inside.
A loss of 9 here. More room to throw. And Punahou called timeout. Punahou needing to score to try and keep pace with Kahuku here. Down 14. Out of the Punahou called timeout, it's 3rd and 13. McCutcheon. Pumping. Got by Fanoi Moana. Went right into Madinsoliai. They'll bring up 4th down coming up at the 12.
Nice toughness here by McCutcheon. Nothing open. Almost fell down, but went shoulders and head first into the tackler.
Carson Beard hops on to try a 29-yard field goal. Beard 7 of 11 this year. Just right at his average. The winds kind of swirl, but he's very used to this field. Remember, he kicked on this field in week 1 in the season opener against Mililani. Gonna get it down clean. This one is a beauty. He drilled it. Carson Beard, the best kicker in Hawaii in the class of 2025, knocks it in for 3.
You know, 3 points, that's pretty good. That's not great, but what I liked about this drive is that they took some time off the clock. They gave their defense a chance to rest. The defense was on the field way too long. At least they had a drive here, a sustained drive. I still would like to see them target Makapulai and Hange mostly and see what they can do. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. Don't give up on the run as well. But their defense well rested, a well-deserved rest break here. Let's see if they can come out and put a stop to this Kahuku run game. Fonoti with 80 yards already.
That's right, and Red Raiders scored 229 yards of offense in total. Wind has died down for the most part. Not Gillespie. Tries to drill one. They're going to get a chance from around the 2. Here's Mana Carvalho. Mana Carvalho kind of tiptoes through the tulips to the sideline. Agent Hart Ellis forcing him out there, and Cooper's going to get another possession from midfield.
The Kahuku return game, just ridiculous. The amount of success they've had over the years, it's crazy.
Right, it was Kai Carvalho who had 6 special teams touchdowns in his junior season. Mana Carvalho's got a bunch of kick returns this year. Kahuku looking to keep the foot on the accelerator. They haven't really had an answer for Diesel Komoku, who's got 6 catches for 77 yards. Kahuku try and go to the pass a little bit more. Start here with a Fonoti run and a Ko'okia tackle around the waist. Yeah, you're right, so if any hope of a comeback here for Punahou, you got to get some stops, especially when you go for 3. Part 1 complete. Now, you get arrested. Your defense helps to back you up. Inside of a minute. Kahuku that averages 35 points per game and 355 yards. After the run of 4. Keep here, Tango Vailoa Mosa. Nothing there. Kekai Burnett makes the tackle. What could be the final play of the period.
Great job by Burnett. You know, we heard his name early and often. He made just a couple of tackles on the first series. Here he is again, flexing his muscle.
Well, with Manoa in sight and the trophy within reach, Kahuku 12 minutes away. Can Punahou mount a comeback? What has been a wild second semifinal. 21-10. Kahuku has the lead. And this presentation of the First Hawaiian Bank State Football Championships on OC 16 from Mililani continues after this. The faces, the emotion that we have seen through 3 quarters at an all-time high. Komoku got a touchdown. Kahuku scored 14 in the 3rd period. Mana Carvalho diving from the line, and it paid off. A 21-7 lead at one point. Carson Beard answered with a field goal from 29 out. And the 4th quarter begins here with a flag.
Ball start, offense number 58, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
From Jacob Punivai.
3rd and 10 now. Big opportunity for the Buff and Blue defense to get a stop here early in the 4th.
See the JV quarterback, Troy Mataterangi, giving the signs in. He led a JV team to a Division I Open Championship. He's been a part of this program since he was a kid. He was a water boy. Now he's the future face in the quarterback position. Sophomore this year. Third and 10. Tangovailoa Mosa off the hands of Carvalho, and this one's incomplete.
I like the play design, but that came in hot.
It hung up for grabs for a moment, and the clock stops, and Kahuku's got a punt.
Well, I see what happened. Tuli had to throw it high over Kia's hands.
Oh, this one bobbled by Carvalho, and he somehow gets it away. He gets a bounce out of it. Well, Kia was in there to nearly smother it. And Punahou gets it at the 20-yard line on a 33-yard scramble punt.
Oh, and Kahuku dodges a huge bullet here.
Kia straight on. And nearly Dante Utu on the other side. In that 3rd quarter, ran 12 plays for 58 yards. Kahuku had 106 yards of offense in the 3rd. Here's Williams. Punahou has to play near perfect from here on out.
There's a lack of production on 1st down, as we said before. They've been creating things on 2nd and 3rd. Very conservative on 1st down.
Matt Soliai will play off of Zion White. That's the matchup at the bottom of your screen right now. McCutcheon looked that way to Zion White. Couple yards shy of the 1st down. We have 3rd and 2 here. Zion White, will this be his big breakout performance? He's got 94 receiving yards here.
And everything here is 4-down territory for the Buff and Blue.
Nakapulai, Hange, Watanabe at the top. The quickest receivers here for Punahou on that strong side. McCutcheon looks that way. Now fires it incomplete. Jumping there was Manulele Ayu. It was intended for Aston Henge.
And McCutcheon that time threw the ball while he was falling back away. Not sure if he was anticipating a hit from a defender. That caused the ball to sail.
Matt Gillespie's got to punt it now. The 11:02 remaining. Takuma will motion. Gillespie. Mana Carvalho will roll the dice from the 36. Good coverage there. Dash Watanabe helping in. It's kind of been played between the 20s at this point.
Missed opportunities there for the Buff and Blue offense. Only 173 yards in total yards. Kahuku with only 234. So both defenses playing great. We talked about Shiraki with 8 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack. Fale Atuaya, 6 tackles, a sack, and a tackle for loss. Both guys stellar performances tonight.
There's another possession in the second half where Kahuku gets the ball at the very minimum at the 40-yard line. Good ankle tackle from behind from Kia on Fonoti. Limits the gain to just about 3. Fonoti, 87 rushing yards now this evening.
Oh, and Fonoti, that stutter step in the backfield slowed inbound just enough for Kia to make a play on it.
Danner Lim, Ioane, along with Burnett, the 3 linemen up front in the trenches, trying to apply pressure. Try and plug the middle. Fonoti exposes that middle. Carvalho blocked him downfield on Kellner and shot Fonoti to the secondary. Big run for him to the 21.
Fonoti sealing the deal here. Might be a dagger with a big run and a big straight arm.
In his 7th career game, crossing the century mark on the ground. 123 rushing yards. And the gain of 36, the longest rush of the night. Here for Fonoti. Kahuku just trying to overpower Punahou now. Fonoti to the right. It's such a simple concept that has made Kahuku so famous for decades. Smash and run, ground and pound. All the legendary running backs that came to that program with the Mark Atuayas of the world, right?
Off the field for
too
one
many
down,
to even mention. Just
off.
amazing array. And as you get closer here, you're going to see this elephant probably package.
For a decade ago, it was Right, Salano Alo Wiley, Rupena Fetise Manu, who at one point played at Punahou, then ended his high school career at home in Kahuku. Carvalho went right, then went left. Now dragging guys with him as a helmet pops off of a buff and blue player.
Mana Carvalho. He's a $165. And look how
defense
tough
number 0 is out for one play.
it is for him to
off.
be taken down. And now Shiraki, the leading tackler, his helmet popped off. And he has to come out for a play.
Which means Benjamin Brady, number 13, is in for him, at least for this play. Fonoti will take the snap, and here's the power package. This is on the ground, kicked around, Punahou gets it! Alika Kahuku Amoy has recovered it for the second time tonight.
And the Buff and Blue defense bending, but not breaking here.
The snap hit Chauncey Allo, and off the ricochet, Alika Kahuku Amoy finds it.
Oh, a big mistake for the Red Raiders.
It's a turnover, so it's automatically looked at upstairs. Runner not down, loose ball at this point. Clear recovery from the defense. All clear and good to go. Buff and Blue take over from the 14. McCutcheon, watch out! It's picked! It's Aiden Manutai!
Aiden Manutai. Aiden Manutai made the play of the game for the defense in the first half. He may just have made the play of the game in the second half for the defense. Tried to hand the ball off at the end there.
Fourteenth career interception here for Aiden Manutai. He's the state leader among all active players.
And he's a junior.
Manutai with offers from UH, Arizona, Oregon, Washington State, and more. The list keeps on growing. Punahou gives it right back. Fonoti, another Buff and Blue player, lost his helmet. It was Burnett. So Burnett's got to come out of play.
Number 9, defense is out for one down due to his helmet off.
And I just had a flashback as Kahuku lined up in the traditional I formation.
It's been a minute since we've seen that. Here it is again.
Here it is. It's a thing of beauty. A tight end, a flanker, a fullback.
Oh, that Wiley family's smiling, right? The little great Afunga Wileys.
Oh, yes.
During the OI playoffs in the state tournaments. From the eye, right to Fonoti. It took a pop from Shiraki. Shiraki's got 10 tackles now here this evening. 3rd and a yard. That man, 10 tackles. That's a guy who's heard a lot of praise about his life and his level of play, but he's deflected a lot of it. The type of character that he has shown in his entire life. And right now here with 3rd and 1 coming up.
Unbalanced offensive line.
Run to the left, Fonoti, breaking free, trying to get inside the pylon. He nearly put up the sign, now he's in for the touchdown.
That unbalanced formation, power to the outside. Fonoti just inside the pylon.
And the ball in his right hand on the goal line side inside that pylon as he crosses the line. What balance he's got there, but then the toe came oh so close. Just the toe right there. There's a piece of green in between the white shoes and the white restricted area. Woo, that's close. Confirmed upstairs. That's real close.
But that's on the green.
And the kick is good. Punahou, 148 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. Kahuku up 18. Punahou had a chance after recovering a fumble, then the interception thrown by McCutcheon. What does Kahuku do? Turn turnovers to touchdowns. And that man does it again. Punahou was his 9th career game of at least 2 touchdowns. He has 2 tonight and a $148. And with 7.5 remaining, Punahou needs something. Did the knee hit the ground here for John-Luke Twigg? It might have. It did. As he was scooping that up, that right knee was on the ground. And that's where Punahou will get possession. They choose to squib it. Possession there, knee down, good call for the officials. Punahou's got to get the passing game going here. Mihoa Pule has made one of his points of emphasis to guard Aston Hange. They have limited him to just 2 catches for 34 yards. They go 5 receivers, no backs. Kahuku rushes for a delay. McCutcheon over the middle, into the hands of Maximum Moana. A flag is out as Hiram Moores goes down. It went off of Zayden Manatirangi. And in the hands of Maximum Moana.
This Kahuku defense feasts on turnovers, tips and overthrows. Name of the game for the Kahuku back 7.
See what the flag could be on. Might be late contact. The play's over there and then just flying, and you saw bodies pile up. Six penalties for Kahuku, 7 for Punahou here tonight.
Okay. After the change of possession, personal foul. Return team number 90. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
Yeah, right there, Hiram Moores.
Down Kahuku.
99, Hiram Moores just blasted a buff and blue player.
Looked like Zion White.
And Morris has been a great player all throughout the season. Just not the wisest of decisions. But Kahuku does get the ball back, and they have forced McCutcheon to throw 3 interceptions here tonight. 4 turnovers here for Punahou. Play action now. Tango Vailoa going for Kamoku. This is intercepted, Aiden Takuma. Inexplicably, Kahuku goes to the air to throw it, and Takuma gets his 4th interception of the season.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Up 28-10 in the 4th quarter with a great running attack. You take a risky throw down the field and give Punahou the ball back. Takuma now 2 big defensive plays.
The 18-point game, 7:13 remaining. Punahou fans get louder, trying to will Ty McCutcheon this offense to make it a game. This has been blown dead by the line judge. Might be a matter of where the ball should be spotted, and they're going to move it right to the 30-yard line.
Ball is placed on the correct spot, 30-yard line. First down, Punahou.
Thank you, Carl. Kia looking on. Ty McCutcheon, 8 of 17 tonight. Sliding with a flag down. Runs it out of bounds. Tuimuti's been having a great season. He's never going against some tough pass rushers here for Kahuku, and Muti might be the guilty party here.
Holding, offense number 58. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
And he is.
Yeah, Muti really stepped up when Tayson TETE went down with a knee injury, moved to left tackle. You can see the arm just in the crook of the neck of LeBron Williams.
Here's Noah Makapulai, and Mana Carvalho makes the tackle.
Makapulai's first touch of the game on offense.
And the 100th catch of his career.
Man, I would love to see this guy get involved here at the end. He is so shifty.
2nd and 11 after the gain of 9. 6.5 remaining. McCutcheon winding up. White got bumped on his route. Penalty flag out. Easy call, Madden Soliai. And now he has words with Zion White. Ball up in the air, and man, did he reroute the heck out of Zion White. Left side of your screen. He beat him right there. Didn't even play the ball, just forced him out.
Oh, my gosh.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. 15-yard penalty results in a first down.
That's 2 muggings in a row. First Muti for Punahou, and then Soliai for Kahuku in back-to-back plays.
To the 44. White is 6 yards away from 100 receiving yards tonight. On the ground, Seppa Lyman. Lyman gets hung onto there by Ben Roberts. 220-pound junior able to get the tackle there. Some pace for Punahou. Makapulai, Hanjin, Matsui, along with White, the receivers. Lyman pass protects. The throw there in a tight window for Aston Hange. And Hange is slow to get up. Took a pop here, did Hange, in this tight window.
What a pass. But
Oh my goodness.
took a shot to the back of the head. Terahiti Wolf.
First down. McCutcheon isolates it here for Matsui. It's incomplete as Manulele Ayu had inside positioning.
And that's something you always see. These Kahuku DBs, somehow they get inside positioning on receivers. Very difficult to beat them deep.
You have a great knack for using that secondary defender, the sideline, to their advantage. Second down. McCutcheon is sacked. Tripped up there by Zayden Maritirangi.
Man, what a hustle play by Zayden Maritirangi. That's how you play linebacker. You just keep coming. Hustle play.
One of the nicest guys you're going to find on this team, with a fierce attitude on the field. Second sack of the season for him. McCutcheon sidewinds it here to Noah Makapulai. Into the arms of Matt Insoliai. .4:45 to go, and they're down 3 possessions. Punahou got to move here. McCutcheon takes a shot. This is Noah Makapulai, who somehow caught that. Oh my goodness.
That's the guy I said from the beginning. Why isn't he targeted? He went through the whole first half without a single target. This guy is unreal.
Woo! What a catch. Gain of 37.
This guy is as tough as they come. Coming back from a broken collarbone, he is tough.
Kahuku calls time.
Timeout, Kahuku.
Small bit of hope alive here for Punahou. Nikia got a great mind, he's got a great knack for talent, but they're the number 2 seed. And here in the Division I Open semis, the 2 seeds are 6-0 in the HHSAA tournament.
And that's in jeopardy tonight against this Red Raider team that has looked sloppy at times, but man, they just get things done. They create turnovers, they run the football, they play great defense, and even when they turn the ball over themselves, they're able to come back and make a play.
Williams the back, McCutcheon gonna throw it, it's caught, and Makapulai went back and he slid. Did get positive yardage out of it though. Forces second and goal as they spin the clock inside of 4 minutes. Look at the pressure McCutcheon gets. Ooh, flying in there and spinning him down with Ben Roberts. McCutcheon 13 of 23. Here tonight, gets rid of it, it's incomplete. Ben Roberts again applying the pressure. Not just to kind of save a down and a chance and an opportunity and stop the clock. McCutcheon, who said he felt a strong connection with Utah Tech, felt a bond with that team. The guy grew up in Eva Beach. These are the 2 biggest games in his life. This one here tonight, and when he was playing against the Palama Scorpions for the Metro Tigers, the championship game. Here's McCutcheon, pressure coming, and he's brought down by Maximum Fonoy Moana.
LeBron Williams there as well.
Hiram
Moores, 99.
That first wave. And now Punahou takes time.
Timeout, Punahou.
What a game. Punahou scored 7 in the second period, 3 in the third. It was a 7-7 game at the half, and then like most games here for Kahuku, most of their wins, they win it in the third quarter. They put up 14. They haven't looked back since here, Coach.
Yeah, they have put it all together. The run game has really been outstanding tonight. You know, a couple of turnovers on offense, an interception, a fumble, a botched snap, but they've been able to overcome that. They've been able to play great sound defense and, you know, hold Punahou to 0 points here in the second half, or 3 points, a field goal.
Pretty much, and wanted to go for the points to at least get something on the board. And Punahou here, pretty much the game on this down. And any hope of winning tonight. Hanja Matsui at the top of the screen. Noah Makapula and Zion White at the bottom. It's 4th down. They bring the house. McCutcheon stretching, buying time. Throws it across the middle. Makapula pulls it in for a Punahou touchdown.
Man. Noah Makapula had 0 targets for 3 quarters. And now he's the second leading receiver on the field tonight for the Buff and Blue.
Waiting to confirm the touchdown from upstairs. Makapula, 3rd touchdown catch of the season. 16th of his career. Punahou opting to go for 2. Try and make it a 10-point game. A rollout here. They go the opposite side, and there is Alai Williams, but Ben Roberts holds on to his legs and his waist, along with Sione Pasi on the front. And the conversion no good here with 3:02 remaining.
You know, well-designed play, but an even better job of executing on defense. They were not fooled at all. Pasi stayed home the whole time. And he was in front of that and stopped it for no gain.
Kahuku now going to bring their hands team out, anticipating an onside kick. Punahou took 2 timeouts earlier here in the half. And you know, you look at Noah Makapula, right? And boy, if you ever get to see him play, enjoy it while you can. Because we saw his brother Peyton Makapula, terrific basketball and football athlete too. And those Makapula boys have been dealt such a heavy hand from losing their father during COVID, then to become leaders, going in through injuries, and you know, their mother Millie has been so proud of what they've accomplished. And they always have their father in mind, and it's a reminder that he's watching over them, and that's what the reminder of what Millie gives to their children, and he's trying to make that Makapula family proud.
Oh, they're great kids, great young men.
And for Noah Makapula, here in this period in particular, able to get a touchdown that pulls Punahou even closer. Gillespie, onside kick. The bounce is live! It's still loose! For Ortiz at the bottom. Punahou says they have it. They went off Kahuku. Ellis had a chance off the ricochet. Punahou ball! And a flag is out at the end. Look at that. Ellis had a chance. Takuma in there. Utu in there. Well, Kahuku just couldn't vacuum it in.
You know, the scrum for a loose ball, probably the greatest thing in football. I mean, these guys are giving up their body for a pigskin. You gotta love it.
There's a penalty flag down here. It was ruled on the field that it's Punahou ball, which means that there was a clear recovery by a Buff and Blue player at the bottom of the pile. Might have been Takuma.
There's no foul on the play. The ruling is Kahuku football. Kahuku football.
Oh, Kahuku football.
Which way is Kahuku going? Ball was
Okay, well, it's interesting. One official at the pile signaled Punahou football. Now they're saying it's Kahuku football.
Fans are not happy.
They're going to look at this again because they have to find a clear recovery as well of who got this. It's going to be tough to find here with so many bodies piling on it. Right, there's Takuma, there's Fonoti, there's Utu. Brady into the party. But there was a clear, emphatic, definitive punch towards Punahou's way. And again, you're not going to find a clear recovery out of this pile.
Yeah.
Because there were still players to take off. And a pivotal call here with 3 minutes to go. Yeah, there's no clear recovery there. That ball is still loose. And then you're going to lose sight of it when Utu dives in with Takuma and Fonoti on the right. He's the lone white jersey on the right side here for the Red Raiders. And wrestling it away.
I mean, we can't see anything down there.
So that initial pile, when the ball loses sight, you saw Fonoti in the bottom of that pile for Kahuku. And if it's Root Kahuku ball, one would imagine or assume at that point that he could be the one that got the recovery through it. And so, one more time here again. Right off of Kamoku, right side of your screen, you're seeing another white jersey. First, Ellis gets it for the Buff and Blue. Right there you see 35, Fonoti. But then the ball loses sight of it because Utu comes out in front fighting for that ball. Two other Red Raiders in that pile. Now they're still waiting word from upstairs because of the situation. If it's a ball that's recovered by the kicking team, to take a look at it. We had an initial signal of a Punahou possession. This is wild.
For the review, we'd like to ask everybody present tonight.
After review,
John Kelly Honesty.
the kickball is recovered by number 12, Punahou. First down, Punahou.
So they ruled that it's recovered by Aiden Takuma for Punahou.
I mean, how many big plays on defense has Aiden Takuma made?
Interception earlier in the game.
The caused fumble near the goal line on Tuli. I mean, he has come up big.
And so, Punahou down a dozen with 3 minutes to go. Makapulai, the running back. Makapulai out of the backfield. Got a big spin and a second one. Couldn't get a third. Ben Roberts was there. Got dizzy watching that. How good is he, man? On the basketball court, if you haven't watched him play, he is a flyer of 94 feet. Lead him about 7. McCutcheon over the top, Makapulai, and it's a diving attempt. Oh, Carvalho! What a stretch fetch for the interception.
Mana Carvalho, are you kidding me?
Look at this. And secured it all the way to the ground.
This guy is incredible.
His second tonight, his 8th of the season. That ball never touched the carpet.
I mean, his ability to track a ball in the air, it's unbelievable.
4th interception thrown by McCutcheon here tonight. He had 4 interceptions through the first 9 games of the season. 8 total. Kahuku's defense in crunch time. Here's Punahou.
In the I formation, Kahuku going back to its roots, trying to seal the deal here.
Punahou burns a timeout.
Timeout. Punahou, 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Wow. What a capper to these semifinals. Next Friday will be the First Hawaiian Bank Division I Open State Championship. It'll be the only game in Manoa. In fact, it'll be the first state final to be played on the campus of the University of Hawaii. Mililani, game 1 of our doubleheader. Convincing victory over Campbell, 44-7. And Campbell, great season again this year, right? Getting into the top 3 of the Division I Open, and just couldn't get that offense going. Credit Mililani. I mean, they've been playing as good. Really, any of these 4 teams that have remained, but they're looking like a #1 team right now in the state. And
yeah, their defense going to be a huge challenge for the Red Raiders.
the win, Sterling Carvalho can get number 49 as the head coach of this Red Raider program. Everyone hoping to avoid turning in pads on Monday. Second and 8. Punahou stopped by Shiraki, who's got 11 tackles here tonight.
You know, when whoever votes for the all-state team, if Blaine Shiraki is not one of the linebackers, then it's not for real.
Yeah.
Because this guy is an absolute savage.
Yeah, he wore 38 pretty much along with the rest of his family this entire life, but when Punahou got these brand new uniforms, they didn't really have a 38. So he took the one that was the most unique and almost looks like the Punahou logo, the 0,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He's made that special. Final 100 seconds. Punahou to the right, flag down after Kahuku Amoy hung onto the legs. Remember, this flag is inside of 2 minutes, so if it's on Kahuku, Punahou can opt to start the clock on the snap. Eight penalties apiece here tonight.
Holding, offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down. The clock will start on the snap.
A relatively new rule they put in a couple of years ago. And decline the penalty to make it 4th down. Punahou's out of timeouts, and with 93 seconds to go, if Kahuku opts to go for it and doesn't make it, Punahou's going to get great field positioning, and now Kahuku will take time to discuss this.
I think punting is the smart thing to do right now.
28-16. I want to remind you that exclusively on Spectrum pay-per-view next Friday, it's the first Hawaiian Bank Division I Open Championship. The ordering window opens in a couple days on Sunday, November 19th. Now, $49.99, that's the cost of the game, which includes the repeat of the game immediately thereafter. The most important part, though, is that you're supporting the kids because all the proceeds are going to go to the Hawaii High School Athletic Association to help support the nearly 100 member schools. So many girls and boys sports up and down throughout the state. Help them out. All the money will go to them. And again, that's the only pay-per-view game for high school. Next Friday, the Division I, Division II championships. If you're a Spectrum Cable subscriber, which we know you are, you can find it on OC16 and the Spectrum News app. So Kahuku will opt to punt it here. Carvalho's got great speed. He'll get this one away. It sails out. It'll end up still in Kahuku territory, but with 1:26 remaining, not a ton of options here for Punahou to work with.
You know, that missed two-point conversion really looms large because a touchdown and a field goal ties it, potentially. But the interceptions really have derailed this Punahou offense.
And Kahuku's lost 2 fumbles here tonight. And they threw an interception, so they had 3 turnovers. And they turned over the ball in the OI final. And that was the one thing that Sterling Carvalho has preached to his team. We just cannot make mistakes and still expect to win. But yeah, they've made mistakes here tonight, but they forced Punahou to make more mistakes with their defense.
Punahou 5 turnovers.
4 of them interceptions. Manutai, Fanoi Moana. Carvalho's got 2. McCutcheon, sacked by Ben Roberts.
Ben Roberts, only a junior. He showed up tonight as a linebacker. He can rush passer, he can tackle in space.
Well, it's got to go because remember, even if you score a touchdown, you still need time for an onside kick recovery if you get it. McCutcheon buying time, looking for a home run shot. Nothing's down there. Makapulai's here, wrapped up by Aiden Manutai. Landed in bounds. Punahou's out of timeouts, and the clock continuing to spin. And the window rapidly closing here on the ILH champions.
Yeah, they got to chuck it.
Kahuku wanted redemption for that OI final loss. It appears they'll get a chance to achieve just that next Friday night. Makapulai runs out of bounds, 14 seconds remaining. We'll have coverage of all 3 championship games next week. Friday on Spectrum pay-per-view. On OC16 for the Division II and Division I championships. Those semifinal games will happen tomorrow on numerous islands. We're with you for Farrington, Waipahu. 4th down, McCutcheon throws. This one's incomplete. And Kahuku will take over. And one kneel down away from a trip to Manoa.
That was about Makapulai. 8 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown, all in the 4th quarter.
A touchdown brought him close. Kahuku had 308 yards of offense. Punahou had 242. For a team that averaged 357 throughout this season. Punahou will be held to a season-low 16 points because of this Kahuku defense. One kneel down away. And Kahuku's going to make history along with Mililani. Officially in about 10.7 seconds. They felt all the pain of having that OI plaque slip through their fingers. But the Red Raiders rebound. And this isn't just a win for Kahuku. This is a win for public schools across the state. It's an all-OIA final for the first time in HHSA history. And the Red Raiders advance to the Division I Open Final. They've won 10 HHSAA championships. Will Black Friday be the 11th for the kids from up north? Kind of a grind-them-out victory here for Kahuku. They win it by a dozen, and we'll meet Mililani next week's final. 28-16. The Red Raiders win this one and advance for another date with Mililani. This time for the Division I Open State Championship. Felipe, coach, you will have the impact player in just a second here. Well, at times it looked great, at times it looked sloppy, at times it looked ugly, but it's another grind-them-out, muddy kind of game here for Kahuku, led by their defense to really seal the deal here and get to next week's final.
That's what we needed, mud. But I can tell you that this Kahuku defense, they are for real. And 4 interceptions, sacks, tackles for loss, forced fumbles. They did it all, and they should get the credit tonight for carrying this team through to the final.
Malaifono T was excellent running the ball, more than 100 receiving or rushing yards, but receiving the ball here was a guy who was most consistent the last 2 weeks of play. He's the Hawaii Hondiers impact player for Kahuku and Jimmy.
Yeah, some clutch catches tonight for Diesel Kamoku. Just at the right, you and Thule hooking up at the right time. But offensively, you got Malai going as well tonight. Talk about the balanced offense for you guys.
Shoot, I mean, this is the type of offense that you want in a high school type of team. Just relying on everyone else to do their job and just trusting our guys. I really like. We got Malai. We can run anytime we want, and we got deep threats. And I just want to thank all my coaches, and that's how we run. How we run our plays.
I saw right before we did this, actually Noah and Aston from Punahou came over, took a picture with you. You know, what's the bond between you guys?
Sure, I mean, before this whole season, it's been us three. We've been, I don't know if you guys know, but we've been playing low pro together, pylons. I mean, we grew up together. We've just been that close-knit bond, and these type of losses and battles, we're always family first, and those are my guys over there.
You guys get an all-OIA final, which has never happened before, but more importantly, you guys get the rematch against Mililani. What's your thoughts?
Sure, I mean, this is the game we wanted. When we played them in the championship, they said that they've been preparing for us the whole year. So they played good that game, but this will give us the good momentum to play as a team and just stick to our fundamentals and go out there and see what we can do.
Well, I asked their impact player, so I'll ask you the same question. What do you guys need to clean up from tonight for next week to get that win?
Sure, I mean, we had a lot of mistakes. One thing, just no brain farts, just sticking to what we do and no mistakes. That's it.
Love it, man. Great game for you tonight. First impact player for him, by the way. Back to you guys.
And well deserving there, Jimmy. He had a career-high performance in the OI final against Mililani. He was Mr. Reliable this evening with 77 yards in the score.
Yeah, he's going to be a big factor, Diesel Kamoku, next week against Mililani. They got to get the ball to him many ways. I mean, even motioning him, I like how they motion him out and get the ball to him quickly on the perimeter because he's so talented.
And there you see the Kamoku family. There's Blaze Kamoku, who's a great receiver over at Kamehameha. Of course, Kayla Kamoku in the back, right behind Blaze, a tremendous softball talent. Miss, then to BYU, making the trip out here. Wearing different colors from blue to red here. And all smiles for the Kahuku family. They'll be in Manoa next Friday night. For Punahou, they will end their season here tonight in Mililani. They'll finish at 7-3. But Blaine Shiraki put on a show, not just tonight, not just this season, but a whole darn career here for the Buffalo.
Yeah, I mean, I said it before, I'll say it again. He was in savage mode all night long, 11 tackles. He's the first player that I have seen put Malai Fonoti down with just a shoulder shot. His legs are powerful. The guy's a great linebacker.
How do you remember this Punahou season, 2023?
Man, they came out so strong, beating Mililani. They were running the ball. Alai Williams had 72 yards rushing in that first game, and they were so well balanced. I'm not sure what the game plan was tonight. I thought they got into throwing it to Makapulai way too late. I thought he and Hand should have been the focal points. But again, great season, but fell short. You can't fault these guys. They played hard. It just didn't fall their way. And this Kahuku defense was tough.
The team that went 2-4 3 years ago, really. Then they won the last 2 ILH championships. That's a heck of a jump through a 3-year stretch there for Nick Kia
and they've had a lot of injuries on the offensive line that really derailed them.
Time now for the Taco Bell play of the game. We talked about defense so much. Of course, it'd be a defensive play. A last bit of hope here for Punahou to try and get back into it. And Mana Carvalho. One of 2 spectacular interceptions here tonight, and 8 for the season.
Who else but Mana Carvalho? I'm speechless. The guy is just, he's money wherever he goes. I mean, the guy has a knack as a return guy, as a safety, as a receiver. Man, great player.
And now from Mana to Manoa. Next Friday against Mililani for the Division I Open State Championship. In a game that took 2 hours and 47 minutes. A brutal battle, but Big Red ends up on top. Post-game show when you come back on OC16.
From Spectrum OC16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Red Raider fans and Buff and Blue fans giving their seniors some love. For Punahou, the road ends here. For Kahuku, one last pit stop. The chase for the 11th HHSAA crown. They'll meet Mililani, who won game 1 of our doubleheader on an afternoon where McMillan went 33 of 45, 3 touchdowns, 272 yards, had an interception. Mililani really, from the get-go, set the tone early. They trailed 7-6 at one point. Almost like Salanoa got 2 touchdown catches in that one. He was the Hawaii Hunters impact player. Caught 5 passes for 65 yards. Jaren Keawe Sangapolutele, 26 of 43 for 216, a touch and a pick. It was a Caden Anzaldo pick 6, the first of the season to really drive the dagger and put the nail in the coffin on Campbell. And now Mililani advances to Manoa for the Division I Open State Championship game. With Darren Hernandez and Jimmy Bender in a moment, Felipe Ojastro here. All right, so over the next 7 days, this game is going to be broken down 10,000 times, but you step into the lab, look under the microscope. Give me your first take on what we could see here between Kahuku and Mililani.
You know what you just mentioned? You mentioned all those numbers, but the most important thing that we didn't talk about in that segment was the defense. The Mililani defense. So the Mililani defense, the Kahuku defense, those are the 2 best defenses in the state. And whichever one can shut down the other offense, going to be the state championship. That old adage, offense wins games, defense wins championships, is going to be true next Friday.
And what a setting, right? For the first time ever, it's on the campus of the University of Hawaii, and that's going to be a treat for all those players and all those coaches, and more importantly, those fans that will pack Clarence T.C. Ching.
And all OIA.
Yeah, for the first time ever, all public school there. As it relates to this game, it took 2 hours and 47 minutes. In fact, both games here, Jimmy, went 2:47. What did you say?
We'll talk about this last game here and some great effort plays that I saw tonight. And I want to start with Seppa Lyman doing something that giving me some flashbacks. The old over the top. As a Bears fan, I saw Walter Payton do this so many times in my life, and it is fun to watch that. Just jumping over, get it in. There's a TD for Seppa and getting the game tied there. Nice to see that from there. How about some effort from Mana Carvalho? Look at him use his blocks. And this is what he does. You hear that phrase, give him the ball in space. Darren says that a lot. That's what you do with Mana Carvalho. You do that, and off he goes. And then the effort to stay up, roll on the body, get in the end zone. He knows it. That's a touchdown for him. And finally, right after a fumble recovery, gives the ball to Punahou. Aiden Manutai says, we'll take that ball back. This is one of the many daggers that we saw from this Kahuku defense there late in the game. And then he even tries to give it to one of his guys. Here, you take it. How about that? Great effort plays tonight. That's what I love to see in a game like this.
You're right, Jimmy. Ty McCutcheon had 4 interceptions entering tonight. He threw 4 tonight, 17 of 30, 205 yards, a touchdown, those 4 picks. Tuli Tagovailoa, 9 of 12, a buck 48, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Malai Fonoti, 155 rushing yards this evening and 2 scores. Alai Williams had 36 rushing yards. I mean, 2 titans in Hawaii Prep football. The turnovers, the #1 focus here for Mililani and Kahuku moving forward. Cannot turn over the ball against the other team because time and time again they've proven that they'll take advantage of it, and you just can't do that on the last game of the season.
Look, if you had to put a, you know how they do the tail of the tape. If you have to go offense, defense, special teams, I would definitely give it to Kahuku.
Right.
Offense, definitely give it to Mililani. Defense, man, that's a tough one. It might be tied.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
And we'll find out what will happen for the first time ever. Kahuku, Mililani go head-to-head in a state final. We get you ready for tomorrow's Marauders Govs game and wrap it up here from Mililani when you come back on OC 610.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Shout-out time. Thank you so much, Joy Matsukawa, Principal Fred Murphy. Thanks for letting us make house here. We're going to be back in 8 nights from now for the Division II and Division I state championships, as we will have a heck of a matchup. Of course, tomorrow we got a Division I semifinal. The 94 block, it was a dominant victory here for Waipahu over Farrington in the OI Division I final. Now they meet again with the winner to take on either Kapa'a or Kona Waina in next Saturday right here for the Division I championship. Yeah,
that's going to be exciting. You know, again, for Farrington, they're going to have to get a passing game. We know they can run the ball. We know they can play tough defense. If they can get Chance and Smith the ball downfield, man, they have a shot to compete. But Waipahu looks really good right now.
That's tomorrow. Game day Hawaii at 6:45 p.m. Gets you going. Okay, time now for a little thing we call Extra Points. I got 2 quick things, a couple quick shout-outs. First off, Kihei Capelliella, the boys basketball head coach over at Kohala, the state champion Kohala Cowboys. It's basketball season. He always watches our broadcast. Just want to say hi. Much love to you and the rest of the coaching staff for staying up late with us. Also, Shige's over right by Lelehua. We appreciate you. We love you so much, and hopefully we'll be back there one time. The third thing I have is some bracketology for you, right? So let's cycle through the brackets as we are down to these final few teams in the chase for the championship. All right, so we do know this. History made here tonight. Mililani winning and Kahuku winning. We have an all-OIA final for the first time in the HHSAA championship. This time in the Division I Open, Kahuku's won 11. Seeking 11 state titles. They've won 10 prior. Mililani's won 1 in 2014 and 2016. So that's your Division I Open championship bracket. In Division I, we're with you for Waipahu Farrington. That Kapa'a Kona Waina game, very tasty, by the way, over on West Hawaii Island. Kapa'a, congratulations, Mike Tressler. Eking one by Lahaina Luna. Lahaina Luna, great season. Good to see you earlier this year, 29-28. So a green team from the top half of the bracket will get there. Division II could be spicy because Roosevelt will travel to Waimea to take on them, the defending state champs. So it's Roosevelt versus Waimea at a 1 o'clock game at Hanapepe Stadium. And Kamehameha Hawaii, who lost in the opening round. Their season's done. Great season, though. Kamehameha Maui will take on Pac-5 on the opposite side of the bracket. And so the number 1 seed stayed alive with Waimea winning out there. That's a 1 o'clock game over at Hanapepe Stadium. And so I'm looking forward to what we're going to get because we could see Kauai in there. We could see Konawaina in there. We could see Kamehameha Maui in there. It's going to be a fun finish.
I wish I could be at every single game. That would be great.
Yeah, it would be awesome, right?
Oh,
yeah.
man.
And but best of luck to all those participating teams. All right, you, sir.
Shout out.
Yep.
Extra points. Okay. Kevin Matsuba. Kevin Matsuba is a vice principal at Mililani. And we go way back. When I first started teaching and coaching at Kapolei High School in 2000, I hired him. He was a DB coach. Didn't have experience as a coach, but he was a good teacher, a great guy. And the reason I mention him is shout out to Kevin Matsuba because between games, he brought up a plate from the Mililani
The concession
concession
stand?
that was absolutely amazeballs. Hot rice, cold, spicy, ahi, and Kalua pig. Oh,
And
it was mean.
And we would love to show it to you, but where is it right now?
It's gone.
Yeah, at this point. Yeah. Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, obviously my voice is a little shot. Still recovering from last week. But I just want to say, I actually kind of like it when my voice gets like this.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of as low as Darren's.
Oh, my
right? So let me
God.
try this out for size. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Rugged.
It's pretty
I
good.
love it, brother. Rugged.
Okay. Yeah, okay, wait, hold on. Okay, Darren, you say something, and then Jimmy, you repeat it. Go ahead.
All
Say
right,
anything.
Jimmy, you are the man.
Jimmy, you are the man.
All right, I love it.
Okay, introduce your favorite song like you were a slow jam radio DJ.
Oh, here we,
All
yeah,
right,
like
here we
a
go.
Quiet Storm or something.
Night
Yeah.
Quiet Storm, 91 FM on your dial. Coming up next, Barry White.
Oh, very nice.
Jimmy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to have to change the call letters, though. 92.3 KSSK.
There you go.
Playing some Christmas music right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Merry
All right.
Christmas.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound good when it's not a great, sexy slow jam. It's just like it now. It's Metallica. Enter Sandman. We're going to see all of you tomorrow. Thanks, Elsa Goodenough, for staying up late with us. It's the Division I semifinals between Farrington and Waipahu as we march our way to Manoa and back to Mililani next week, Saturday, here in the First Hawaiian Bank State Football Championships. Our crew is the best. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, with Darren Hernandez, Jimmy Bender, our producer, Dave Vinton, our director, Kelly Nakasone. Hey, Kaliko, we got Shige's coming your way, big boy. Our entire crew, Felipe Ohastro, support high school sports. So long from Millville.